హలో అన్నా, పవర్ వచ్చిందా? ఓకే ఓకే సార్. సరే సరే సరేలే. ఇది మీటింగ్ది వర్క్షాప్ది రికార్డింగ్ది పెట్టుకో, రికార్డింగ్ పెట్టుకో. చూసా రెండు ఫైల్స్ పంపించేవేమి. సర్లే, నాది నేను డిలీట్ చేసేసినట్టున్నాను. నువ్వు పంపించిన తర్వాత గుర్తొచ్చింది నాకు. నాది మెమరీ అయిపోతా ఉందన్న. జీబీ ఎట్లా? లేదులే, నీది ఫార్వర్డ్ చేసేలే నేను. హెచ్ఓడి ఏం కాదులే. చూసి నేను పంపిస్తాను. ఇప్పుడు టైం లేదు కానీ. సరే, నువ్వు రికార్డింగ్ పెట్టు. సరే సరే. 3:30కి అయిపోయింది. నేను ఆల్రెడీ వచ్చేస్తున్నా, యూట్యూబ్ కూడా ఇచ్చేసా. సరే సరే అయితే.
Good evening, Josna ma'am. Nitya, you are
Good
available.
evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Josna ma'am.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening,
We'll
sir.
start at 4 o'clock.
Hi, Kiran. Kiran is our executive committee member from Kobe, Kiran Sudha.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Kiran, ma'am.
Sudha Mani ma'am is online. Nitya, ma'am. Is she online?
Yeah. No, not yet.
Okay. Okay.
Hi Josna Garu. Hi Nitya. Hi everyone.
Hi, ma'am.
How are you all?
Good.
Yeah, good, ma'am.
Sudha Mani ma'am online. Nitya, ma'am. Is she online?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not.
Okay.
Hello, Chetna, ma'am.
Hi, how are you? On 3 days you bunked work, is it, Nitya?
I took half days, ma'am, so I'm working from 7 to 12.
Oh, okay. Good.
Good evening, ma'am. Chetana ma'am.
Good evening, Dolly ma'am. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. Nitya is multitasking girl.
Yeah.
She can manage multitasking. She is with you all, so she got infected.
Yeah, true.
Good. We have 53 participants today. Your sister too has joined, right, Nitya? She's also
Yes,
attending,
ma'am.
right? Keep
Yes, Kirti is also.
all of us are admins, I guess. People are entering the waiting room. How many business plans did we get?
We got around 9 to 10, ma'am, but 3 will be presenting today because they have their PPTs and everything ready. The others were basically just ideas and, they wanted to reach out to us. So, but 3 business plans they will be presenting today.
Okay.
Okay. Then I think, did you check with Josna ma'am if we can give them time, if we can just listen to their idea, or we will only take the final ones?
Not necessarily, even if somebody is willing to talk and present their idea, it's fine for us.
Yeah, it's fine for us. That's what even I thought. Not necessarily a PPT and all.
Mm.
Even if they have an idea, I think that's an encouragement. Well, let us not rule them down.
Yes, ma'am. Like a few of them are not present today due to some other uh, commitments. So that is why 3 names were given, like who will be there to present. So if others are available, maybe we'll just give a call
Yeah,
out and
let them come. What I feel is it will be a good encouragement for people. At least see they'll understand where they are.
yes.
So that should be a good thing to do.
Sure, ma'am. We'll give a call out once if anybody is present to just give their ideas.
If they're able to join, then I think we will also get to hear a variety of things coming.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
all members are came over here. This is all of you. Good evening, one and all. I, Dr. Y. Venkatrangaya, working as a professor in the Saint Martin Engineering College. Respected principal, sir. Today chief guest, Saudamini ma'am, and Josna ma'am, Kobe Vice President Josna ma'am, Kiran ma'am, Chetna Jain ma'am, young Kobe member Sri Nitya, and deans, HODs, faculty members from various departments, participants from various places. A warm welcome to Validatory Session, International Workshop Aspiring Entrepreneurs. It is a privilege and honor for me to be host of this program. At this moment, I am very happy with you since 3 days. So I special thanks to Pani Chaturvedula, Josna ma'am, Chetna ma'am, Shravan Kumar, Chakravarti sir. They came over here and they gave in detail all about that what is entrepreneurship, what kind of attribute should possess an entrepreneur. Okay, what is the risk of entrepreneurship? What is the opportunities? What are the challenges pre and post COVID? Okay, these scenarios in detail they are explained to you and us. Okay, I think so. It is very great and valuable suggestion as well as input for us. So one more thing, I really appreciate and all these COVID members really they are participating in such a big program. They are encouraging us, they are motivating us towards this kind of entrepreneurship. So it is not a simple thing. They are sacrificing their time and all the things. Okay, so finally they come over here and expressing. So, but as of now, you see only the 65 participants are only there, but most probably they will join. Ma'am, once again, I special thanks to Josna ma'am, came over here three days and actively participating in our program. And on this occasion, I would like to say our college management, special thanks to them. So they are providing such a wonderful session for you. And I special thanks to our faculty members. Their cooperation toward this program. Since one month back onwards, they are trying, they are hard working for this program. And fine, Chetna madam also, she may address everything, every question from since 3 days onwards. I am very happy. Once again, ma'am, again we are going to initiate one more program for all those aspiring entrepreneurs. Now, this is all about my introduction and all. Now, I request Maunisha to read out the profile of today's chief guest, Saudamini ma'am.
A very good evening to one and all present here. I am Monisha of MBA department, delighted to present the profile of Ms. Saudamini. Ms. Saudamini started their entrepreneurial adventure in automobile repainting service and later invented the automobile paint system with heat technology that cut turnaround time by 80%. In the late 90s, when India became the outsourcing capital of technology for the world, she has chosen to start with medical back office service company based in India and USA. They also have software unit, service unit for electronic health records and practice management system. Though medical back office service were fading away in India, their company is sustaining with great values and vision in developing and implementing value-based medical software to doctors and groups in USA. Currently, her company Vision 2000 India is surviving to over 400 medical groups and individual providers and supporters over 600 employees. Ms. Saudamini takes new vertical initiatives and follow up until stabilized. When I talk about her awards and honors, she was the best women entrepreneur by the Association of Lady Entrepreneur in the year 2003. She got the Red Cross Society for the Governor of Andhra Pradesh and once for the revolutionary contribution for the surface painting industry. Women for Substance from Times of India Group, Telangana Academy Excellence Award Samaikya Bharati Gaurav Satkar for Women Entrepreneur of the year 2011. We admire your contribution towards women welfare from Yash Technology, influence the society by changing women's life on World Women Leadership and Innovation. She was also honored as the Best Women Entrepreneur of the year 2012 by TV5 Business Leader from Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. Mother Teresa Award 2013 given by Healthcare India for for recognizable social service, Best Women Association Award given by FAPCCI for expansion done by her at COVI during the period of 2012 and 13. An award received from Union Minister Sri Kalraj Mishra for expansion of COVI to COVI India in the year 2015. Now, I request Ms. Saudamani to address further. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Maybe you know everything about the Kobe. Josna, I think you introduced about the Kobe.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Our young Kobe Nitya also here. So.
So we are focusing totally on the college. I mean, young Kobe right now. No, it is the right subject and right time, right platform. Okay.
Yes.
Actually, we started in 2012. There are many groups of the colleges under MOU with the Kobe. We are every time we are encouraging, and in Kobe, you know that Kobe is a national association, independent association, and having 10 presence in 10 states. In other states also, now we have the MOU with the Tamil Nadu Annamalai University, and they did so many programs in that premises itself. Almost 100 above programs by Tamil Nadu chapter, and Delhi chapter also having the programs with that college. You know, I'm sorry, I forgot that.
No problem. No problem. Yeah.
So one of the colleges, they done many programs. So like that, we are. I mean, spreading our young women entrepreneurship throughout the world and throughout the India and as well as the world. Actually, we believe the young woman is the next generation of the women entrepreneurs. You know the capacity as of the woman itself herself is a great leader, a great manager. You know about that. So these all the, and unfortunately all the colleges are mostly job oriented now. At least now within I observed 2-3 years they are opening the more entrepreneurship also. Probably in your college also there will be women's cell. Just now, can I know women's there will be.
There is an entrepreneur cell. Sauda, every college now has an entrepreneur cell. They have an entrepreneur coffee club.
And in that women's cell also there.
Yes.
Entrepreneur.
Yes.
In your college also. In this college also. No, probably. So we will encourage all the women and girls to start there will be the academy, like we have to introduce in their academies right from the first year to the end of the fourth year in engineering college or any other management colleges also. Right from the beginning of the year we can introduce slowly the entrepreneurship. What are the benefits of the entrepreneurship, taken up the entrepreneurship, that too for the women, and what will be the next. So they can know about the entrepreneurship by the end of their education. And nowadays the girls are not taking over immediately, not going for the marriage, and they'll go for the next education or job, or before the marriage if they taken up as the entrepreneurship as their career. There will be the 3 to 4 years gap for the colleges and marriage. In that gap, if they proved they'll take the entrepreneurship and they prove as a businesswoman, that will be the more comfortable for the woman after the marriage life also. Because there are we usually decided the women categories, 4 divisions, like businesswoman categories. One is 4 divisions. One is the already successful woman and college job dropouts, and right from the direct colleges, and under poverty groups. So this this sector, the college sector, is very, very, very big sector. And this is the, and moreover, the parents and the colleges, everybody will be helpful and guiding you. And more you can become more stronger and more know, if you know more about the business and entrepreneurship and earning on your own and giving the jobs to others also. This will be give you very big position and confident levels to in you, in the students itself. So that's what we recommending the colleges to start the entrepreneurship through the through their sales every year, right from the first year to last year. Slowly they have to introduce the women entrepreneurship at least 1 hour in a week. That is we recommending. Inga moreover, what else? Yeah, the UNO slogan, I mean their decision in 2030, there should be the equal in the gender, equality in the gender, equal rights to everybody. So in that, keeping this in the mind, we concentrating the programs, online programs, wherever the women are not coming forward and not reach to the association programs like which we are conducting. So for them, we are starting the online programs in everywhere, and we are making them to strengthen the following the 2020 UNO procedures. So that is also COVI will be planning that if the colleges also coming forward and participate in these programs, we will create very good academic procedures in all colleges also. We can recommend, because COVI is participating in the preparations of the laws every time, invited by the government. So we can recommend all these easily to the government to form the rules through the MSME and send the colleges also. These also we want to introduce, I mean, invite you to the COVI. And membership, I think you know the membership about the MOU. It's a membership of the COVI membership, where we can bring, if you do the membership, if you take the membership from the COVI, where we can bring the our experienced women entrepreneurs to to your colleges, and we will support you in the trainings, the hand holding, financial, marketing, and as well as COVI is backbone to the women, and as well as they feel after some time they feel that it is a family thing. They feel that women can feel that it is a family which helps in all sorts of areas, aspects to the students. So these are all, I think all my colleagues already, they can give all the picture about the COVI. So I can tell you, if you come forward, pardon? Hello?
Some disturbance in somebody's mic, Sauda. Please go ahead.
Okay, no problem. If you come forwarded to sign MOU with us, we will also with you, and we both togetherly we can do many things to be happen in the women world. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Such a valuable suggestion to our team members as well as these participants. Now I session handed over to Srinitya.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sauda ma'am. Thank you, sir. So now we have a video from our, we have a rural entrepreneur named Kala from Yacharam near Ibrahimpatnam, who is a rural entrepreneur, and will be sharing her success story with all of you in the form of a video. And then Josna ma'am will be giving further details. Ma'am, there is no audio.
No audio?
Yes, ma'am. I
Oh.
think we will have to play through the speaker instead of it.
Play through?
The speaker, ma'am, instead of the headset.
Oh, okay. Let me try this. చాలా రెడీమేడ్ అన్ని కూడా చూస్తున్నాను చాలా ఉన్నాయి. Just a second, I'll start from the beginning. It's just 1 minute video.
Sure, ma'am. The audio is not clear, ma'am.
Sure.
Audio is not clear. Maybe she was.
So basically what I wanted to have is a small audio clip. One of the Tanda ladies. She's a lady from a small village near Ibrahimpatnam, where Kove has given them training on Magam work. And once she learned how to do basic blouse stitching or designing, then she thought with just this, I'm not going to make enough money. So she took the risk of 1 lakh of rupees. Her story is she put her gold on this thing and then she took a loan. After that, bank believed her. Once she started showing her interest and putting in the shop and all, banks also gave her money. And she returned to the bank. First, she took 50,000. She returned that money. Then later bank trusted her and then gave 2 lakh rupees. So from a small blouse stitching and doing work, she has put in ready-made stuff. She puts artificial jewelry. She put fancy store, bangles, everything. So one by one, stage wise in the 4 years, now she has nothing to look back. In fact, she's given employment to 2 more women also. Of course, being from that background, and she feels very shy when we put her put mic and camera in front of her and talk. But she's a very inspiring, successful lady. Because why I say this is, we all have so many resources. Like we are educated, like we have our education background and our family support, and so many things which are there with us. But for her, there is nothing like that. So she just started out of her own interest and passion, and today she is really one of the leading stores in that entire small town near Ibrahimpatnam, and she's doing extremely well. So there's a lot to learn from such kind of women who put everything. What she's as such, she's from a small village. She put whatever little gold she has also onto the custody, and then she took that money and started it. So that's where I'm telling the youngsters, there's a lot to learn from such kind of women who are an inspiration for us truly. Thanks, Nitya, for reminding me. Yesterday itself, I wanted to show somehow out of the many things that happened, I forgot to show. Thanks for reminding me today.
Yeah, thank you, Josna ma'am. I think it is very inspirational that all of us see and look into people like this who have ideas like this and they come up. So now we'll go ahead with the program wherein we have 3 members who are ready with their presentations. And for today's judges, we have our chief guest Saudamani ma'am, and we have Sudhir sir again with us. Thank you, sir, for taking out time for us. And we also have Funny sir, who's just joined. Um, So we'll be having Funny Sir as well, and Josna ma'am, Chetna ma'am, to see their presentations and evaluate them. So I would call all the three names and ask them to be ready. And in a minute, we can start with the presentations. So we have three presentations: Smart Wheelchair by Sai Kumar, Automated Solar Seed Sowing by M. Karthik, and Smart Bike by Aniket. I hope all three of y'all are present in the meeting, and just let us know in the chat box so that we can call.
Nitya, if you can make the guests also as the hosts, I think then they can
Yes,
make their comments. They can unmute themselves, start their video, and
sure, ma'am. So do we have the students with us, sir? Can you just check HOD, sir? I have announced their names, but hello, Sudhir sir and Funny sir. Now I think the technical team has made them co-hosts so they can talk. Would you like to share anything, sir, Sudhir sir?
Good morning, Srinitya. It is good to be here. I would like to hear, I read briefly about their projects, so looking forward to hear from them. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, sir. So Funny sir, can you share with us, sir?
Absolutely. So yeah, like, good luck to the students. I did take a look at it, some of their ideas. It's important how they present their idea. So I'm eagerly waiting for them to kind of come up and present it. So looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Rangaya sir, if you can just confirm, we have Aniket here. So Aniket, are you ready to begin with your presentation? Technical team, if you can look into and make Aniket co-host, then he can. Yes, he's here. You can unmute yourself and go ahead, Aniket.
Yeah. Thank you. Good evening to one and all. My name is Aniket, and I will be representing my idea on Smart Bike. So can I start with the screen share?
Sure, definitely.
Yes, Aniket, you can continue.
Look at the screen. Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
The electric smart bike, business plan for seeding development and commercialization. So here it is the business. Most of the business are driven by the market
your
needs
voice
and
is
needs.
breaking, ma.
So, okay.
Your voice is breaking.
Ma'am, is it okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be going with the mission statement to develop an electric bike which is simple and cost-effective model of electrical motorcycle with intelligent control system, voice control, battery pack, cabling system, and monitoring system. So these days, most of the vehicles which are now we are seeing are automobiles which are running on internal combustion engine. So my idea is about like to introduce us electrical bike, which is cost effective, like it is cheap, and it is as good as the normal automobile engine, vehicles. So the special feature I'm adding about it is the voice control. So suppose if you want to turn on a bike, you may not need to go and turn on the switch. Instead, you need to just speak bike on and it will turn on. Okay. So here are the product specification of my bike. So the motor I'm going to use is a brushless DC motor, which is of 300 watts, 48 volts and 5 amps. And it has a RPM of 300 RPM. The battery pack which I'm going to use are the lithium ion batteries, which are, currently there will be around 5 of these batteries. So each battery will have a voltage about 12 volts with the battery pack of 2500 milliamp hours. So in order to make my bike voice control, I'll be using a microcontroller board, which is Arduino Uno, which works on 5 volts. And to get my bike connected to the mobile, from which I will be giving the commands, I'll be using a Bluetooth module and a release in order to control it. So why I'm going with this electrical bike is because from the 19th century, we have been using the fuel technology, and I suppose it has been outdated till now, but still we are using with it, and because we don't have any other alternative. But by using but till now we have developed many motors which are capable of driving human weight. So it is better if we switch to the electrical motors. Moreover, as today, due to the COVID crisis, there is an increase in the fuel prices, and most of the middle class people are unable to afford it. So if they have an electrical bike, it will be a cheap. How it will be cheap means the bike which I have been prepared or prototype has the capability to drive up to 80 kilometers at one charge, and the amount of like in terms of money, in order to charge that bike, it will just cost you 20 rupees. So in 20 rupees, your bike will be giving you 80 kilometers. Okay. Moreover, it is eco-friendly. So there will be no risk of air pollution or something. Okay. So here is the project plan. Once the product is prototyped and tested, we are planning to produce 10 bikes for the next 6 months before December of 2020. Okay. So here's the design procedure of raw material, which will be costing us 5 lakhs, and monitoring and support team will be costing us 1 lakh, and travel expenses will cost us 1 lakh. Total is 9 lakh. So going on with the product, service, and document. Here in the screen, you can see we are using brushless DC motor, and this is the controller unit which will be controlling the motor. Here the Arduino for the voice control feature, and here you can see the bike. It is the bike which we have developed. This bike body is taken from the recycled one, like it was Suzuki, from which we removed the combustion system and we integrated it with the BLDC motor. Now about the delivery, the product can be delivered to 4 to 6 weeks from the date of the receipt. Guarantee. So we will be ensured with the 12 months of guarantee, which is 1 year. And if there is any failure or something, we will look into it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Aniket. So, all the judges, would you like to give him any feedbacks right now, or should we proceed with the next one?
We'll give feedback one by one because otherwise it'll get little confusing, I believe.
Yes.
So want Fani and Sudhir to pitch in and say what they want to talk to him and say to him.
So few questions on the
Yes, sir.
concept of this BLDC motor that you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
So how does that work?
Brushless DC motor, sir. So here, from the control unit, from the battery we are providing power, which is one phase. So the
Okay.
controller unit, which in the diagram which I have shown, it will convert that one phase into three phase, and then it will go into the motor. The three phase voltage will be going into the windings, so that
So you're
in
basically going to drive it from a battery.
yes, sir.
Okay. So how are you going to charge that battery, and how big that battery is going to be?
Sir, batteries will be the size of around no, 1/4 of the meter, sir. Not very big, and it will be charged from the home only. So, like we'll be
How
having a
long will
supply.
the battery? How long will the battery have its charge?
Have its charge. It will take around 2.5 hours to get fully charged, and the battery drainage will depends upon how much we are using. Once it is charged, it can go up to 80 kilometers.
80 kilometers for a bike?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you looked at the new technologies that are coming in terms of rechargeable batteries,
Yes, sir.
especially with Tesla?
Yes, sir. They are using the lithium-ion cells also, and we are also using with that lithium-ion batteries.
Okay. And how much is each battery going to cost you?
Sir, the one single battery is gonna cost us 90 rupees, and in order to make a complete battery pack, it will cost us around 5,000, sir, I suppose.
Because in this,
you go ahead.
so one of the reasons why this rechargeable rickshaws and everything is
Yes, sir.
having an issue is to do with the weight.
Yes, sir. I know, sir.
Okay. So I don't know. I mean, if your estimate is correct in that, did you already build a prototype for this?
Yes, sir. We have built and we have run it also, sir. So the motor which we are using is a high torque motor, sir. So it doesn't have any issues with weight. Even if two people, like two or four, even if suppose they are two people, they are driving it, there wouldn't be any change in the speed, sir.
Okay. All right. That's all.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir. Thank you.
one question. I think Sudhir covered most of it, but one question I have is, did you look at any emerging products in India? There are many products that are coming up, right? So this market is going to be very fiercely competitive. How did
Yes, sir.
you look at the competition, and how do you think like you can stack up with the Bajaj of the world, right? They're also into this. So how do you want to differentiate between them versus you?
Mostly, sir, I will differentiate based on my like my bike capacity of like its power and its feature, which is a voice control feature. Because most people they look for the bike to be good, and also they look for some features also, sir. So I'm providing it with a feature which no other bike in the market, I suppose, has a feature of turning on by a voice command. That's it, sir. Moreover, it's gonna cost us cheap, no, sir. Like for one charge, it is gonna cost us 20 rupees. So I don't think no one would like go for other bikes or instead of my bike.
Okay. All right. Good work. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Aniket. Josna ma'am and Chetna ma'am, would you like to add anything?
Not really. Only thing is, Aniket, you're from engineering background, is it?
Yes, ma'am. I'm from mechanical department.
Mechanical department. I hope you have not done this just as a project, but as a entrepreneurial project.
Yes, ma'am.
Not your engineering project, but as an entrepreneurial project, right?
No.
Okay,
Yes.
so you took care of all the costs and everything. So what is the
Yes, ma'am.
final cost of the bike?
It's about No, 70 lakhs, ma'am.
Huh?
Like one bike. Sorry. 70,000, ma'am, one bike.
70,000 you are giving the bike for.
Sure.
Okay, we need to relook at your costing, boss. You get
Costing.
30-40,000 bikes, electrical bikes for 35 to 40,000 now.
Yes,
So,
ma'am. I know that.
so why would anybody take you for double the cost, even though it charging
Because of
cost is less?
yes, ma'am. Yeah, no, ma'am. Because of the power, ma'am. The 50,000 bike, they don't have much power. People, they want power also, ma'am. So like they are moving means they want to have their bike to go at around 40 or to 50 miles per hour. But normal 50,000 bike, they won't be. I think barely they will reach 40. So that's.
Okay. I hope youngsters like you would get convinced with this particular point. So I leave you at that now. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes.
Aniket, way back I remember there was a card, there was an electronic card in the market, and it was rolled out by one of the companies. I don't remember. It was there in the market for 2 or 3 years, but then they shut shop. So with that kind of a scenario and the costing that you are talking about, are you sure this will definitely sustain? Have you looked at that?
Not really.
I don't know, ma'am, about it. Like.
Okay, so what are the, have you evaluated your risks
Yes,
in
ma'am.
this project?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the risks you would have?
Risk is about marketing, ma'am. Like people should get to know about how good the bike is, and like mostly
So
it's
what is
marketing,
it? One USP?
ma'am.
Yeah, it is marketing. So how would you like to market it other than your voice control? See, everything today is voice based. You have an entire home automation systems come
Yes,
in.
ma'am.
So this
I
is not lagging far behind. It will come. Other than that, what is that one striking point which we call the USP, which you would put onto your product? What we call the
yes, ma'am.
unique selling
I
proposition.
would say
What would that be?
it's power. It's like it's powerful and it's cheap.
Good.
Means that's only, ma'am. Cheap in the sense like if we are using.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Thank
right.
Okay, ma'am.
Good
Thank you.
heart and good work. All the best, Aniket.
But
Thank you.
before we close down,
Thank you for the.
before we close down, Aniket, I think you should not be using a Word document to do your presentation. I think you better get about 6 or 8 slides of your presentation so that if you are going to take this to present to other people, this is a college environment, and I went through your document. But that's not what you can expect outside when you present it in any venture capital hub. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So convert this, summarize into about 6 to 8 slides, and be ready, especially the facts that why you. Okay. What is the, if you are having a price differential, what is the value that you're bringing? So make sure you capture those things and prepare your slide deck.
Yes, sir.
Because there are other colleges. I have seen one from Warangal recently, last year's graduates. They have come up with a similar kind of a concept.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So
yes, sir,
prepare
yes.
your slide deck. Yeah.
Yes,
when you say marketing, first you need to market your pitch correctly too. Right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Aniket. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Aniket. So next we have M. Karthik. Karthik, you can unmute yourself to present. Karthik, you can unmute yourself. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here to tell you about the automatic solar seed sowing machine. Can I share the screen?
Sure.
Yeah. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Automatic solar seed sowing machine. Basically, agriculture is the backbone of Indian economy, and most of the people are depending on the agriculture. And in the 2011, India produced 2.1 billion metric tons of wheat and other agriculture products to Africa, Nepal, Bangladesh, and some other countries. But but unfortunately, the GDP of India is declining, and due to this, only in the form of agriculture, the GDP of India is increasing. In the other sectors, the GDP of India's GDP is not increasing. To increase the agriculture farming, to increase the farming methods, we introduced the solar seed sowing machine, and here's the picture of it. With the help of this machine, we can do the 3 operations at a time. That is ploughing, seed sowing, and covering the seed with soil. With the help of these 3 operations, farmers can get more income, and the India's agriculture will be increased. You can see here there are the 2 ploughs, and the distance between these 2 ploughs varies from seed to seed, because for wheat there will be separate distance, and for the maize there will be a separate distance. That's why we will be varying the seeds. And here you can see the spokes and the wheels. And for the different types of soils, the wheels will be changed. That means the spokes will be increased. If it is the red soil, the spokes will be like this, and if it is the black soil, the spokes will be increased. And we can in the olden methods, like farmers are doing, and they are getting the labors from the villages. That is a expensive process, and there will be we should put more effort. With the help of this machine, we can do this cropping in a less time, and farmers can get the income also, and they no need labor, and they will get with the help of this machine they get more income. And the main aim of this machine is to put the seed in a particular row and particular depth at the same place. And these are the applications of the, if we use the cutter in place, if we introduce the cutter in place of these ploughs, we can use it as a we can use it as a grass cutter. And for this we introduced buttons now, but in the future we will develop into automatic by the voice control, because farmers nowadays are not educated. Some are educated, but they don't know about the UNOs and the wires. If one wire is gone, the total, there will be blasting takes place. That's why we didn't introduce here. We put a buttons here, and we are using 2 motors, the 24-volt motors. And at the gearbox, the torque of the motor is 33 Newton meter, but at the end of the wheel, the torque is 22 Newton meter. And these are the applications of this automatic solar seed sowing machine. We can use instead of a hooper, we can use a multi hooper, so that we can do our work fastly. That means there will be a side-by-side hoopers for the fast sowing, and the water dripping will be based on the seed sowing machine only. And we are attaching a solar panel in front of this, so that the batteries will be automatically charged. If we place a solar station in the agriculture field, we can put this machine at the solar station, and we can go for outside also. This is my presentation for the from the upcoming 5 years. We are going to introduce in the market, and we are applied for the patent rights also. It is in the process, and we introduced this in the MSME sector, and they also they can help us. Any doubts, please? Can you ask any doubts?
Yeah, I can go first. This is funny. A good concept, right? But you didn't specifically go into the financials of it, right? How you want to, like, how much it costs per machine and
Yeah,
what.
it costs 45,000. Because the motors are only nearly 10 to 12,000, and for the all designs it will be up to 20,000. That's why it costs up to 45,000. But we can use the batteries till 1 year. We can change the batteries for 1 year. It will cost only nearly 6 to 8,000 for the batteries.
Now, so did you study, like, what type of a farmer is going to be your target customer? Because you're saying, like, 45,000 for this machine, and what would be, and if everybody if every year they have to change the battery, that you're talking about 5 to 10,000 per year
Yeah.
for change of the battery and all, right? So when you said, you at the beginning of the thing, like, you said this primarily aims to replace the manual labor, which one, of course, they cannot get quality labor, and then the labor is also
Yeah.
expensive, you said, right? So
Yes.
did you guys do the feasibility of, like, they purchasing the unit plus the annual cost? How does it stack up to the using of the manual labor? Did you do any comparatives?
Yeah, for the ploughing also, nowadays they are using, for the ploughing they are using the labor, and for the seed sowing also, and another day they are using. And this machine helps us to plough the field, and at a time within a straight line, it will sow the seed at a particular place where the ploughing is done. And naturally they are the birds in the field, they will eat all the grains. That's why we introduced a dragger at the behind the seed cultivator. With the help of this dragger, that covers the seed in a V groove.
Okay. So yeah, like, my basic question is, like, let's say, like, a farmer, why is he going to buy your machine? Looking at the first time, why is he going to buy your machine? Like, instead of going to the labor.
Yeah, we tested this machine in the Kasaram village because all farmers want to know about this. That's why we took this machine into the Kasaram field, and we done the work in the field. Like for a half acre, it taken 4 hours to cultivate the whole field. For half acre, it is taking 4 hours. The farmer said that it is a nice project, it will be helpful to farmers. And 1 minute please. And it will helpful to farmers in a different way. That means in the previous method they are doing at one day they are doing this work, and another day they are doing this work. For the whole process, for ploughing, cultivating, seeds dropping and covering the seed, they are taking nearly 6 to 7 days. Within a half day, it is completing the whole work. That's why.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. Like, so okay, so there is really a benefit. And have you looked into farmer buying a machine versus a leasing a machine from you guys?
Yeah. If we introduced in the market based upon the sellers, it will be differs, because I want to be an entrepreneur. I will supply these machines and to the resellers, and the resellers will be based on their choice. They will leasing or they want to sell. Based on their choice, it will be differs.
Okay. Then what type of are you an engineer too?
What?
Are you from engineering background as well?
Yeah, I am from mechanical department.
Mechanical department. Okay.
Yeah.
So and I think, like, that the key concept is, like, I'm particularly not intimately familiar with the mechanical engineering concepts, but from a cost perspective, right? I think the solar panel and the integrated battery unit that you were showing, right?
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that's
I forgot one point. I want to tell you that Here we are using the 7.5 volt solar panel because the cost will be increased in but the 7.5 volt solar panel will not be sufficient for those batteries. That's why we are introducing the monster booster will double the volts so that the batteries can be rechargeable. So within the less cost we can use this machine.
Yeah, I think like that I would let Sudhir comment on that, but I think that to me is the where you can draw the efficiency, increase the battery life, and
Yeah.
and then decrease the cost. I think like that would be the selling point. But otherwise, I like the concept, and I think like just from a presentation standpoint, right? If you want to present this idea, you have to clearly articulate to whoever you are presenting. What I like the best was when you said 4 hours this can do this type of work versus a 6 to 7 days of manual labor. I mean, that itself is a big selling point, right? So pick 2 or 3 themes that are that the tool can do versus a manual labor, and then tell why this particular device is not only increasing the efficiency of the farmer, but also like the same machine can be rotated in the village, right? They can take turns. 2 or 3 machines in a village can everybody take that, right? So apply that concept. And I think otherwise I really love the concept, right? So Sudhir, maybe you can comment additionally.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fanny. So Karthik, few things to note. A typical laborer for the same half acre that you talked about.
Yeah.
If 2 laborers come and work on a day, they can finish an acre for their 8 hours work. And that is going to cost them about 900 rupees today.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they are taking more than the 900 because nowadays they are not willing to come to the field.
I mean, Karthik, I have farming experience, so I know I get it done at that price. Okay. Trust
Yeah,
me.
I am also from village only.
Sure. So now, with that kind of a background, if I am buying this equipment for 45,000 as a farmer, when is my return of investment going to happen? How many acres should I have? So that is what Fanny is asking. In terms of if I buy it, how many acres do I need to have, and what would be my return of investment after I buy this? Okay, that is number one. Let me finish my questions, and then probably you can answer some of these things. Probably you need to incorporate in your presentation.
Yeah.
Okay. So in your cost comparison, in your pricing justification, you need to have that. Okay. Second aspect of it, the concept of having seeds delivered automatically as you do the plowing has been there for a while. But the concept of how the sampling happens when the seeds get uniformly delivered, that is the concept that probably you should highlight in your tool, which you did not cover from what I see.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in Telugulo oka saalulo ఎన్ని సార్లు విత్తనాలు వేస్తారు అనేది ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్, అండ్ అది ఎంతెంత దూరం ఉండాలి అనేది కాన్సెప్ట్. యూ టాక్డ్ అబౌట్ ఇట్, బట్ యూ డిడ్ నాట్ షో ద మెకానిజం ఆఫ్ హౌ యూ శాంపుల్ ఇట్.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is the second. Third thing, this thing, how does it get dragged and moved forward in a wetland? See, again, there is a wet and dry. You talked about red and black soil. But in a wetland, it needs more horsepower to move forward. So typically right now, in West Godavari district, they have a similar sowing equipment that they have released, which gets tied to a tractor, which pulls it through. And the remaining everything is a mechanical component. So it is an attachment that they are able to sell for about 8,000 to 9,000 rupees, which is totally mechanically controlled. So it is an attachment that they are able to sell for about 8,000 to 9,000 rupees, which is totally mechanically controlled. So it is an attachment that they are able to sell for about 8,000 to 9,000 rupees, which is totally mechanically moving along with a tractor. So if they can rent a tractor, attach this to the back of the tractor, they are able to do the same job instead of having the batteries, solar panel, and all of that. So if your cost has to match that, you need to think about the alternatives and alternative costs also, not only just from a farming laborer's perspective. Understand?
Yes, sir. Wait for a minute, sir. I can answer your third question.
Go ahead.
Because we are using the diesel for tractor only. That is also expensive only. Instead of that, we are using batteries here, which are long last for 2 years, for 2 years, 1 year or 2 years. For 1 year or 2 years, we can change the batteries, which cost at least 4,000 to 8,000. Instead of the diesel, like we are using the 100 rupees diesel for 1 day, it costs more than that the battery cost. That's why we are using the batteries here. And answer for your first question is that in a village, if more acres, if you have 100 acres, you have taken this machine, and if you want to get the more income based on this, if you give lease to the villagers also, they from that also we can get the income. So our investment 45,000 will be recorded from in the few days only, if you lease that machine to the farmers.
I think you need to put those numbers in perspective and compare. Karthik, I'm not going to debate your numbers, but you need to put your numbers in a spreadsheet and do your comparison. And that is one of the exercise that you should go through before you go and present this concept in front of any venture capitalist. But the advantage for you right now is today in the agriculture sector, the central government has allocated 1 lakh crores. So if you really put a full-fledged business plan to this, you will definitely get funded under the present government. Because in the next 2 years or 3 years, Modi's government is going to focus on agri-technology. So you should try that, and you should clean up your presentation. And if you need any help, let me know.
Yes, sir. And for you, and answer for your second question is, I forgot to tell you about the hooper. And if we do the holes to there will be hooper in the wooden box, and it will be rotated when the wheel rotates. For the chain drive will be connected to the wheel, and the wheels will be connected to the gearbox with the help of the chain drive. Whenever if we do one hole for the hooper, for the one rotation of wheel, there will be a one seat dropping. This requires if we need two seats at a one wheel, we want to open the second wheel opposite to the first wheel, so that the two wheels will be dropped at their desired depth, and for the one rotation of wheel, there will be dropping of 2 seats.
So you are going to mechanically manage the distance of the dropping of the seeds.
Yes, sir.
Which is exactly what the mechanical equipment that I was talking about does. So having a battery and all that, how would it bring advantage? Okay, but of course, I mean, I understand from a mechanical engineering perspective how you're trying to organize based on the wheel length, wheel size.
Yes, sir.
Good work.
Thank you, sir.
One general comment, I mean, to all the presentees, right? I think, when you are presenting, I think there are top 3 things that you need to present. One, of course, the idea, right? What you are trying to. Then the second question, before anybody asks in the panel, I mean, no, not here, anywhere you present, right? Why somebody is going to buy the product. In that why, you need to answer 2 things. One, how your product stacks with the rest of the competition. Have you done the groundwork on how the market is? Sometimes we go so deep into the product, right? And then look at the product only to find there is another big manufacturer that gives you a throwaway price, the same product, right? So that's one of the reason why you have to do a extensive market study for any of the products. And then the 3 is like, how you are proposing to market that product, right? If these 3 things align, right, in a story, that's what investors would like to see. Like, and the numbers is the numbers, like, how the feasibility and how much you market it for and what's the product to the price, etc. But if somebody is willingness to pay, right? Some of the MBA people might have studied in these macro and microeconomics, right? The willingness to pay of the customer, why is that farmer is going to buy, right? He's going to buy because, and then you don't have to wait until the question is asked, rather upfront show that you have done this. And I think, like, what one thing I liked about your this thing, you have done an extensive, like, how that seed thing works and the soil and all that, right? That's what the investors want to see, like, how much you have the confidence in the product, that you have tested it, you have worked it out, you have studied the feasibility and all that, right? I think, like, you have done that, but to make it a more crisp story, you have to answer these upfront questions in the top 3 focus areas, and then kind of like, and like Sudhi said, I'm also glad, right? Like, if you want to take it further as an idea and a concept to promote it, anything that you want help from a business plan writing, absolutely can. But great story. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Karthik. Thank you for the presentation. Josna ma'am and Chetna ma'am, would you like to add anything?
Just one quick encouragement point for Karthik is, yeah, it's a good presentation. And if I know from the present government scenario, there's this Telangana Raitu thing is there, which is supported by the government of Telangana. What they do is, if there's any equipment which is an agricultural equipment which is useful for the farmers, they are subsidizing the prices heavily. So the subsidy will come to you as a manufacturer, and the government will pay you that subsidy, and the buyer will pay you half the price. Like, now they are all subsidizing this equipment for 50%. So if your cost is 45,000, you will still get 45,000, but 25,000 will be paid by government of Telangana, and the half will be paid by the farmer. So that's a kind of encouragement for automation of the entire agricultural process. Telangana government is doing a lot of work in that area. So the quicker you make your move, the better it would be. And they have already given you a lot of inputs. It's like a typical engineering presentation. You need to collaborate with a marketing guy from an MBA and make it a little more attractive. Yeah. So otherwise, it's a very good presentation, and keep looking for more opportunities on this. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I will, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks. Yeah. Karthik, I just have only one more suggestion for you. I think most of the points are covered by everybody. You were talking of changing the battery year on year, if I properly
Yes,
remember.
ma'am.
That's what you said. See, battery changing year on year is again a recurring cost. So if I look at a one-time investment that I'm making into an equipment, say 45,000, and again at the end of the year, I'm spending say about 8,000 rupees or so, what you said for the battery?
4,000 to 8,000, ma'am, it costs.
4,000 to 8,000. So for me, if I buy a machine today at 45,000 rupees, over 12 months, there is a depreciative cost of my machine, but there is a cost of 8,000 rupees, right? So when cost, or how is it that this cost can be justified, is what you will have to look at it. Because in a very broad sense, anybody would say, okay, 45,000 is a one-time investment now. I will use it. There's a wear and tear for the machine. There is a maintenance cost that I have to put for the machine, whatever, right? So please try and work on these statistics a little more, so that when somebody like me asks you, you have an answer for them. Okay? Please try and, like Ms. Josna rightly pointed out, please take the guy with you, so that you understand what is the depreciative cost of the model that you have made, vis-a-vis the incurring cost that is coming year on year, that is a recurring cost. So try and work out on these and get your pricing right and see what is the best, how you can pitch in this product in the market so that people can vouch for it. Right? Thank you so much. That was a great
Yes,
idea.
ma'am.
That's great.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Karthik. So next we have Aman. Aman, are you available with us?
Yeah, I think he was there.
Yes, yes, he's there. So you can unmute yourself and go ahead with the presentation, Aman.
Okay. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I
Yes.
audible? Yes.
Yes, Aman, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, Aman, we can hear you. You're audible. You can continue.
Thank you. Wait a second. Is my screen? Hello.
Yes, yes.
I-
Your
I-
screen
Can
is
you see my?
visible.
Visible.
Yes.
So my basic plan is to start a retail chain of stores called Roti Mahal. It is a retail chain of stores which product in the production of rotis. My vision is to be a leader in retail roti outlets across Hyderabad with a chain of 5 stores by 2021. And the immediate mission to start this plan is immediately start a retail outlet in Toli Chowki to Shakespeare Road and start digital marketing. Digital marketing will affect the business very fast and have a best variety and quality of assorted rotis with unique concepts and innovation. That I will tell you further. And my strategy for business plan is to have a 300 SFT shop in prime location from Toli Chowki to Gachibowli, preferably in residential area on main road. This road from Toli Chowki to Gachibowli is a very high traffic road. People will stop in this road, and from on this road there are so many PGs and all. Bachelors can afford the rotis and all easily, and have a best quality, variety and range of the rotis. Marketing, sales and operation services, and have hygienic and production environment. For that, we can introduce open kitchens to our customers. When they enter the shop, they can see how the chefs and all are cooking the rotis or bread. And for building and for financial, I have billing and inventory software to monitor and control the operations and get all legal licenses like FSSI, labor and firm resignation, GST registration, and have a especially have a website, social media and online presence like Swiggy and Zomato. And the products which we will be serving to our customers: naan, premium naan, button naan. Button naan is basically a small type of roti which usually we can eat with soups and all. Roti, Rumali roti, tandoor roti, parathas, Afghani roti, and especially the croissant and premium breads. In these products we have sorry, these products can be affordable by lower middle class and middle class and upper middle class. Like for upper middle class, croissant and premium beds and that sort of things will be available. And for middle class and lower middle class, naan, premium naan, butter naan, that all things will be available. And main coming to the capital expenses for one outlet. One outlet will cost about, advance for the shop will be 5 lakhs rupees, and renovation 1.5 to 2 lakhs, and signage and board will cost around 1 lakh to 95,000, and IT software website will cost 50,000. Software, website, everything. Registrations like FSSI, GST, firm registration will cost us about 25,000, and fixed assets like AC, cameras, that all will cost around 2 lakh rupees. Stock in trade in raw material. Raw material we can have like the flour, from which we will bake, and the other materials, milk will be used in this. Figures may be vary on the deviations. Working capital. For working capital, we need to have a bank balance about 3 lakh rupees and procurement about 3 lakh rupees. Overhead costs will be 5 lakhs, like labor management, labor cost. The chef which bake these rotis will charge 1,000 to 1,200 rupees for 12 hours a day. Thank you. That was from my side. Hello.
Yes, Aman. Thank you for the presentation. You can stop the screen sharing now. We can hear from the judges.
So Aman, you are going to manually make all of your rotis and sell?
Yes, sir. Like we can hire some chefs and cooks who will charge 1,950 per day for 12 hours working hours.
Okay. So now, and you are planning to sell it only to retail individual households?
Yeah,
Or are you
individual.
planning to sell to restaurants and other businesses also?
The costing will differ, sir. My plan is for basically for the PGs, bachelors who stay on this corridor from Toli Choki, Sheikhpet, Gachibowli. It connects to the high-tech city. There are many PGs, working class and college students, and especially
Understand.
there are so
So
many apartments like Aparna, like that. It will be
understand,
easy for.
Aman.
Sir.
So if I am a PG staying there, so you are expecting me to buy rotis from you and order curries from another place, whereas I could place
We
one
will,
order and go ahead.
yeah, I got your point. We will be outsourcing the outside of the, we will outsource to other shops for curries and other things. We can
So
charge
you'll be
rent from them.
So you will be partnering with other
Yeah.
organizations which would provide the curries too?
Curries and all. We will charge rent for our space. We can share the space with them.
Okay. Funny, go ahead. Funny.
I was about to ask how you didn't specify how much these how high frequency areas. What is the SFT of the store, and then how much is the rent that you are thinking?
Rent will be around 50,000 to 60,000, sir.
Okay, and then how many chefs you need for a restaurant?
For a restaurant, we need about 8 chefs, sir. For only for rotis, like for naan 4 people, for rumali 2 people, and for bread 3 people.
So on an average, you're anywhere looking operating cost of 6 to 8 lakhs, right?
Yeah. No, sir. About 5 to 6 lakhs. It will be good.
5 to 6 lakhs.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 to 6 lakhs. That means that have you done how much volume you have to do? Any
Yeah.
idea about how much volume you have to do from a roti
Yeah.
sale?
We need to produce about daily 400 to 500 rotis. We need to sell that much. And the volume we have to produce will be 800 for a profitable business.
Okay. 800 per day.
Yeah, 800 per day.
Okay. See, one thing I just want to come, like, I know the chef portion of it, always the rotis are handmade or never can replace any machine made. I tried the
Yeah.
machine made rotis in
Sorry?
US. I tried the machine made rotis.
Yeah.
Yes, you can make it out. I mean, at the end of the day, you can easily make it out that you you have that. So if that is the uniqueness that you're bringing, the only thing I would say is, chef labor is always expensive. That is the most expensive portion of these things, right? Yeah, the fixed costs are there, like in terms of rent and all that every month, but the but the quality consistency across the board is one big thing, right? And then the second thing is the chefs, like, the turnover of the chefs, meaning, like, can you continue them, like, every month, like, is it like, how do you see that? Because that is a risk in the game here, right? So
Yeah, I got your point, sir. We can sign an agreement, or we can take them for 6 months. We can have a deal with them for 6 months. You have to work with us. We will pay you this much as per month. And in Hyderabad, there is no shortage of the chefs for these types of things, rotis and all. There are so many experts. If we can find so much.
okay. And then, are you thinking about ordering it to do door delivery, or it's everybody has to pick up?
For door delivery, we can uh, have Swiggy, Zomato, or our personal delivery also in our website.
Okay. The concept seems to be attractive, right? But again, like, the target audience doesn't have to be necessarily, um, you know, I myself, like, my the way, like, I look at it, because I looked at many restaurants here from a business feasibility standpoint and all various kinds of restaurants. My big point here is, yeah, even working moms, they, at the end of the day, if you ensure the quality of the bread, right, or I mean the roti, there is nothing like, they like to prefer cooking at home, at least the curry. The making of the rotis is a kind of a portion of it, which is, at that time, like, to go and press the roti and all that. If you could guarantee that they are made the same day, and in some occasions they are just made the hour before, I think that is the most attractive part for anybody. It doesn't have to be a bachelor's. It can be across the family lines. There are many old people too who don't prefer rice in the end of the day. They like to have roti and all that.
Diabetic.
Very good concept. But my big fear is your costs in this high frequency area, and then like, and then the chef cost. These are the big two. And if you have done enough groundwork, like, again, I know I'm just doing it the paper back of the envelope calculation here. 800 rotis is almost like, translates to maybe 200 unique orders on an average, right? So
sir.
getting 200 people into your store in a high frequency area, I don't think it's a big deal, as long as you ensure the quality of the roti, quality of the product that you're. I think, like, I think that's your key success to mantra. Rest
Yeah.
of the things are all like, financial and all that. You'll have to work it out. But that, I would say, is the biggest risk for you. So
Yes, sir. Got it. I can ensure the quality because the ingredients we give to chef, according to that, he will make the quality, the consistency of the roti. And the wholesalers, and there are so many people in my touch, in my connection, who can provide me the raw material like masalas and all in a very, not, I can't say cheap, but in an affordable price for me, in a wholesale price.
Are there any outlets in Hyderabad with this concept, or is this?
No, that's what I traveled 2 days or 3 days across Hyderabad for seeing. There are naan shops and all near beside a restaurant and all, but premium only shop of rotis, that is not there in Hyderabad. Only shop of rotis where if a person enters the store, he will have a variety of rotis like naan, rumali, tandoor, parathas and all. If he don't like naan, he can take paratha. He will not go without buying anything. My basic point.
Even if you have unique roti and all that, I think like it's a great concept if you did not have any other equivalent store, because like this is a big driver. And if you and I don't know, like I love to watch many of these street food videos and all that, but in Afghanistan, in Kabul, and then Tehran in Iran, there are exclusively, that's what they do. They just do the bake shops for the naans, and people keep buying. They just need the hot bread.
Yeah. That's only I wanted to do in Hyderabad. I want to introduce in Hyderabad that exclusively for rotis.
No, good concept. I think like it requires a lot of capital. It's a capital intensive thing, any restaurant, but the concept is good. So I don't know if anybody has any comments, but yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Funny sir. Josna ma'am and Chetna ma'am.
Yeah, I think Aman, आप एक चीज भूल गए जब आप capex डाल रहे थे. You forgot the cost of your burners, your gas stoves, your raw material.
Yeah, burners, we have to use only 2 or 3 burners and 1 or 2 gas stoves, because our the cooking will be on fire, wood fire, and tandoors made by mud and that all things. Because the authentic
that also will incur a
taste
cost.
comes from that, ma'am.
Yeah, so no, I'm saying you need to add that cost as well.
Yeah, I forgot.
आपके investment cost भी आएगा ना?
Sorry?
और आप raw material भी add नहीं किए. You did not add the raw material like the flour, your oils and आपका जो masala आएगा. You didn't add that as well, but that is a major investment. Other than the cosmetic investment, what you spent out, आपका जो basic चीज है आपका रोटी बनाने का, वो आपने cost ही add नहीं किया. तो how will
overhead
you kickstart your जी?
It will come
and
in.
As far as I know, yes, Aman, it's a unique concept, but Hyderabad already has a few joints where they are exclusively selling parathas of different kinds. You are talking of rotis here. Parathas are already there. It is not a new concept as such that you were saying. But what is that one thing which your outlet will stand out? आप क्या बोल सकते हो कि मेरा outlet सबसे different है? ऐसा क्या है आपके outlet में?
Actually, मेरे outlet में there are not only parathas or only rotis. There are every kind of bread. Like if we have a premium customers, we have croissants and premium bakery who have breakfast, like English breakfast basically. Who have English breakfast, they will have their section. And for middle class who goes home after working a day, bachelors basically, they don't cook, they can buy instead of the bachelors usually eat Maggie and all stuff. Instead of that, they can take a roti which is affordable, about 20 rupees. It costs 20-25 rupees, and they can take a curry about 20-25 rupees for a basic meal.
Who will be your major target customer? Major customer कौन है आपका? Premium
Major
sector
customer
है, middle class है या the bachelors हैं? आप किसको ज़्यादा target करना चाहोगे?
Bachelors and home people, residential people.
Okay.
Bachelors and
would you market?
Marketing will be
How do you
digital.
market?
Marketing will be digital marketing, ma'am. And pamphlets, banners, newspaper ads.
Okay. I will still suggest that आप कुछ unique idea लाना जरूरी है. See, the whole world believes in package. कैसे भी बनाओ, but उसको कैसे आप package करके लोगों को present करते हो. That is the whole point. So I think you need to work on that concept, and then you take it forward. All the best. That's a great idea, and hopefully you come up with this stuff. One thing I'm happy. Are you an engineering student?
Yeah, I am an engineering student.
One thing that makes me happy is you thought of something different. Even if you were studying engineering, you wanted to do something on the food side. So it's a good thing. You know, it encourages people to say that जो पढ़ते हो वही करना जरूरी नहीं है, कुछ और भी कर सकते हो. So all the best.
Yeah.
Great presentation. थोड़ी चीजें आपने miss की, ध्यान दीजिए.
Okay. Actually, it was my first presentation.
No worries. Good one for our first thing. First time के लिए बहुत अच्छा था. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Chetna ma'am. Thank you, Aman. Jyotsna ma'am, would you like to add anything to it?
Nothing, actually. I like the concept very much. And I had one question for which you have already answered, because, you know, you have this paradise, which is world famous today, right? You know, but the whole thing is paradise by itself is a food.
Yeah.
You don't need to add anything to it. It by itself. So similarly, as Chetna ma'am said, there are so many paratha joints. So paratha by itself is a food. So again, you don't have to add anything to it. So if I'm like, you know, I'm packing my dinner, I don't have to have. So, but then you said you're going to join hands with somebody who will be making the curry and points and that. So that's another area where you need to really be very choosy, like, you know, because sometimes you're very good, but the person with whom you're partnering may not be definitely having that kind of a quality or something, then you're unnecessarily getting stuck. So probably staying with this idea and trying it out would be a very good thing, because it's a very unique concept to have breads also and roti also, and to any level, and slowly probably you have a scope for growing the business also, because then you can pack it and put it in supermarkets and other areas.
Yeah, ma'am.
Because I have seen in many supermarkets and other
Actually,
areas.
I was inspired for this by Karachi Bakery. In Karachi Bakery, he started fruit biscuits, and now in every bakery and every stores, kirana, supermarkets, the Karachi Bakery fruit biscuits are available everywhere. Like that only, I wanted to make a brand of rotis.
Good. Very good. Nice concept, and I'm sure it's going to work out. So do a little bit of more detailing and try with one store. There's nothing more you will going to lose. And your costing also, I am looking at, it's not going to cost you so much. Surely it's not good. Yeah, it's not going to cost you so much.
Yeah, it will not
there is,
cost that much.
you have amplified the cost.
Yeah.
Because ultimately when you're
please.
So ultimately, when you are looking at lower end, now you have rotis being made by these shops which are at 5 rupees per roti. Jawar rotis are made at 10 rupees by the roadside on the things. So you can't put 20 rupees for a roti, and the bachelors will eat 5 to 6 rotis, so they're where they can afford daily this kind of thing. Na? So, I'm saying your cost, I'm sure it's not going to be so high. It will come down definitely.
Yeah. Actually, ma'am, the rotis price in the market now, today, if we go for a minimum roti, jawar or naan, 15 rupees is the cost for single roti.
One thing before you guys wrap up, like,
yes, sir.
United States, like Starbucks and McDonald's, two different concepts. But I used to travel extensively, right, before, like for my work. And in the airports, like at the Starbucks, people line up for the coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there is a next gate, there is a McDonald's, and then they buy the Starbucks coffee, and then they want the breakfast from McDonald's because they don't like the Starbucks breakfast. I mean, they used to not carry any breakfast item before, right? And then what Starbucks did, and then same thing what McDonald's did, right? So they
Yes.
said like, now people are wasting time on two different lines. One, you are going for coffee, same thing like, Sudhir brought up, right? So what uniquely they did is Starbucks introduced only two breakfast items, which is the hot selling item of McDonald's. They tried to create their own product in that line, which is the egg sandwich. And then the next healthy mind who wants to eat oatmeal, right? So they made it, they perfectioned both those items. They don't want to go the entire breakfast menu and recreate it, but they said, okay, why don't we do the breakfast, two top selling breakfast? One is oatmeal, one is a egg sandwich, done, right? Now, so all of a sudden people said like, okay, I'm okay. As long as I get a good coffee, I'm okay. But the same thing, McDonald's breakfast lovers, McDonald's introduced concept called premium coffee. And then in that premium coffees, they added 2 or 3 flavors like that will work very well to the taste buds, right? So that they don't switch to Starbucks for coffee. So I think like that concept you need to think through. I think like if you want to make your roti very appetizing, think about the side products like that people want to there itself eat that, right? So think through that concept, and I think like
Actually, one concept clicked just now. We can outsource a stall for non-vegetarians for shami and kebabs like thing, and for vegetarians, paneer items like paneer tikka with roti and paneer masala and that.
like the Kati rolls, right? Like the rolls.
Yeah. Like
Right?
that.
Fast selling items like that you could introduce, and then there itself people can eat, right? So think about that. I think like it will work out as long as you have a good capital planning and how your operational costs are. I think like it's a good concept. It's a fast moving concept, I would say.
Yes, sir.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aman. Thank you, Funny sir, and all the judges. So we have a few of them who would like to give a feedback about the whole workshop. And meanwhile, if the judges decide on, we can have feedback from people who want to talk about the workshop. Monisha, you're on mute. No, you're still on mute, Monisha. Yes, you can talk. Yes.
Yeah, very good evening, one and all. This is Monisha from MBA Department of SMEC. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. So first of all, I would like to thank my principal and all the SMEC team for putting an effort for this international conference, which turned out into a great success. And then I would like to thank all the speakers who shared this precious knowledge and valuable information about the entrepreneurship with all of us. So the material was interesting and the discussions were truly inspiring. I particularly enjoyed the visual illustrations, which made the content easily to understand. And I personally got inspired by all the speakers, especially the women's. I'm damn sure that they're going to be a role model for all the women's for today and upcoming generation. So I look forward to attend the future programs too. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Monisha. Do we have anybody else who would like? Yes, Aisha.
Good evening, one and all. I am Aisha of MBA Department, St. Martin's Engineering College. First of all, I would like to thank the management for organizing such a great workshop for the young budding entrepreneurs. And I would like to thank the guest speakers who we have for the 3 days. I would name a few like Josna ma'am, Chetna ma'am, and Jacqueline ma'am, and Sudhir sir. And Fani sir, thank you for giving the insights about the entrepreneurs and also the different scenarios in India and US and UK. And I guess now the participants who have participated for this workshop, they have simulating life in startups, like they can have different business models, ideas, and also ideation stage. Maybe they are in ideation stage of to start up a new businesses and to create a viable company for themselves. And I would also like to thank Kowe for collaborating with our college for such a great workshop. We have a very informative workshop, I would say. And I would also like to thank the young entrepreneurs. We had Nana and Maha who have given their success stories. I guess from them we can get inspiration that in a young stage they have reached such a great heights. And thank you for giving the inspiration for the young budding entrepreneurs. I guess now all the participants have some confidence in themselves that they can do something in their lives, like in their careers, to achieve something. And also I would like to thank the management team for giving me this opportunity to share my review. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, Aisha. Do we have anybody else to share feedback with us?
Good evening, one and all. I'm very happy and very thankful to the guest speakers who has shared their knowledge about the entrepreneurship. I'm very happy we have learned so much from this international workshop. Uh, I have personally learned that the young entrepreneurs are very passionate about their work. After all the stress, they never let their smile down. I personally observed that they are very creative. They create so much of positive environment around us, and I have learned theory and how to apply the business plus theoretically and practically. And I have learned that they are very curious and disciplined about their work. And I'm very happy and thankful to the teachers and all the members for giving me this opportunity to tell me the feedback about this workshop.
Thank you, Priya Bhavna. Do we have anybody else we can take another feedback?
Good evening all. I Likita Persing. I'm the first year in the St. Martin's. I really thanks to the SMEC and all my principal and the lecturers. This workshop has been very inspiring, and I'm really feeling delighted to have been able to be a part of this and try to continue with the way of approach the positive techniques. I totally enjoyed and learned a lot of comfortable environment. The style and the knowledge of the presenters was totally amazing. I really thank all the department of MBA. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Likita. Thank you for all your valuable feedback. Sir, HOD, so would you like to add?
I would add a few more thanks as well as few more points. Since 3 days onwards, continuously all participants, resource persons, and budding managers all came over here and participated well and share your ideas and thoughts. Is a fantastic program. I hope that it became a grand success. Okay, I strongly believe that. On behalf of St. Martin Engineering College, I can say special thanks to Josna ma'am, especially. Since 3 days onwards, continuously she's putting her effort towards this entrepreneurship and Josna ma'am, Chetana ma'am, and Sravan Kumar sir, Chakravarti and Pani sir all came over here and shared your thoughts. Okay, it is a marvelous for us. I hope that many program we will contact with you and we collaboratively we will do the work for towards entrepreneurship. Okay, so yesterday already I quoted a few other things. Okay, so entrepreneurship, it is not a small thing and a small topic, it is a wider thing. So entrepreneurship can lead the nation. Okay, so it can create the leaders, so that it is very important to the nation. So all participants, not one, and all budding manager, students, faculty members, all people should keep that entrepreneurship concept in your mind. Okay, so this is what I can say from my side. And finally, once again, a special thanks to Nitya also. She is an alumni of, as of now, she is alumni of SMEC. So it is a great initiation from her. Okay, so this is the words from my side. And once again, I can appreciate our faculty members. They endless effort they put for this program since 1 month onwards. Okay, so it is also a great thing happened in our department. So not only you, especially since 3 months onwards, during the lock period, we organize one international workshop, international conferences, webinars, seminars. Okay, so from our MBA department, we are taking, we took many quality initiatives. Okay, so that I hope that we will collaboratively, both we and COVE, togetherly we will do more program for the student. I hope we are expecting from you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Sure, sir. Definitely, we can collaborate for more such events, and COVI is always ready to promote entrepreneurship. So yes, over to Jyotsna, ma'am.
Few minutes, Nitya, before because we are all at different places and trying to
okay
look at
sure,
take
sure.
opinion. So I'm just trying to see
Sure,
what
sure,
I
ma'am.
can do.
And to all the participants who have presented, please also look into the chat box, as there was a lot of appreciation and also few suggestions coming from the other participants, and you can look into the chat box for suggestions as well. So meanwhile, ma'am, I have a video showing the glimpses of all the 3 days. Maybe I can play
Yes.
that. And
Yeah, please go ahead.
sure, sure. I hope my video screen sharing is visible. So that was the video taking us through the 3 days that we had, amazing 3 days. And once again, thank you to all the speakers, international speakers, especially for taking out time. And Sudhir sir and Funny sir, you have been extremely, we are extremely grateful that you've attended two days and to share your time with us and talk to us and help all the students and promote entrepreneurship. And I would also like to thank SMEC for collaborating with COVI and giving us opportunity to do this at your college.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Nitya. Thanks to St. Martin's for giving us this opportunity to join with you. And we look forward for more in the future where we can have an MOU with St. Martin's and COVI so that we can develop our work on the young COVI development also.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. What I learned from this workshop is we need to teach this concept from the first year onwards. So it gets into their mind so that the concept will not be a new. And now when I seen this Karthik and all, Aman and all, their ideas are so, they can start actually the businesses and they need people like you to support their ideas and be a successful entrepreneur. I'm really thankful. Extreme thanks to entire team of COVI from the beginning. From I think we started in the month of July. It started.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So we started planning about this program on 17th or around, and we wanted to have a big, little ample of time for the registration so that all the students will be benefited by this program. And we had a fun and we had really enjoyed in planning the things, setting the topics. And I really enjoyed coordinating with women, especially. I can see the Josh in Josna, ma'am. You are really a great, your Josh in Josna, ma'am, I can make out. And Chaitanya in Chaitanya, ma'am. She is really an inspirational speech. That
Thank you. Thanks a
really,
lot.
ma'am, it suits this. You are really getting connected to the students, what they need. This need of hour, you are getting their mind and really they could get connected. And we all are like refreshed with listening to all success stories.
Sure.
And Funny
I
sir,
have one small request, Dana ma'am. We have our executive committee member Rama here. Okay, if you can unmute, she has a lot of suggestions which she's going through the chat box. Instead, I would like her to give her feedback for 2 minutes. Rama, just quickly, 1 or 2 minutes, if you can give your feedback.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. That was a wonderful session. Well, coming to agricultural programs thing, I just sent a couple of links where there is a program called Raftar. That was for Karthik. I had forwarded in the chat box where they are encouraging the technology, fine-tuning of technology can be done by the institutes mentioned in the chat box. They can also mentor them and also give grants and funding where it's not like a loan kind of a thing. Government is giving grants for these kind of unique ideas and all that, and also the technology support. And coming to presenting their ideas in these kind of places or outside where funding happens, we have a platform where you can learn how to make your pitching deck. So I have sent a link where you can look at successful pitching decks and also make your own ideas through the templates which are available online. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ramadevi, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ramadevi, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
I just want to say special thanks to Srinitya. She is not just a moderator, she is a mediator also.
Yeah.
She did a wonderful job. He did a wonderful job. When I'm seeing on the screen, I remember just she is my student, but I'm forgetting that she's from COVI also. So she's from our side, I'm thinking she's a host, not a guest or a.
Yeah, she
But
is.
anyway, COVI is also a part of St. Martin's now.
Yes.
Thank you once again. A big thank you to COVI, National President, ma'am, Sudhamani, ma'am. Really, we are proud to see your profile. And President, ma'am, we missed, but convey our greetings to President, ma'am, also.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Dana.
Yeah. So, Funny, would you like to go with the final result announcement?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So it was tough, very tough, like no, but we had to arrive at a consensus based on the factors, including how it was presented and the way like the product feasibility was presented and all, right? So I think like now um, we have Aman as number one.
Oh.
So congratulations, Aman.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, two as Karthik and
Congratulations, Aman.
three. I'm trying to. Man, I don't want to miss the name actually. Third is
Aniket.
Aniket.
Aniket, sorry. Yeah, Aniket, right? So yeah, these were the choices.
Aniket, it's Aniket.
But yeah, but one thing, Aniket, yeah. One thing I want to call out, Aman, and yeah, like that's you have organized the content really well from a market study and how the need and all that, right? From a presentation standpoint, yeah, you clearly you did more research and all that. Then Karthik, from a product creation standpoint, if I have to, the judges have, if they have to call out the product concept, I think like you clearly are you have done a wonderful job in looking at what the market need from a pharmacies and all that. I think that the ranking is, we have to come up with some kind of a ranking here to put you guys in the spot. But I think like both Karthik and Aniket, right, look at the feasibility, and especially like I know like for Ms. Ramadevi has already pointed out to some seeding funding and all that. Please look into that, make it more serious, right? The product feasibility, especially in the agri sector, I really want you to, Karthik, go and pursue it, right? Don't stop it at this level. I see, give it a very serious consideration, and it's helping the backbone of the country, and there will be a lot of support from many friends from the government and local trusts and other funds like that could go in the agriculture sector. So do not give up that, right? Absolutely, like you guys and I was amazed actually the kind of depth for a 2-day seminar that you guys had to prepare and present it. Like I'm sure like this is wonderful, and then great thanks to the St. Martin's team to do this encouragement, right, for the kids to kind of participate in this. So yeah.
Thank you, Funny sir.
Yeah. Yes, so that's what it sums up. The basic reason why I was trying to chat with all between 4 of us and trying to get the feedback. So presentation wise and going a little deeper, finding where exactly the location is and the costing and investment and competitors, that kind of a work, Aman, you have done it. But as a concept and as a product, we both Karthik and Aman, your products have a lot of growth potential. Both your businesses have a lot of growth potential. It's not going to stop at one particular thing. There's a lot of feasibility wise also. There's a lot of potential for you to multiply yourselves. Both the projects have this. And social impact wise, yes, definitely, Karthik, you have more to take on that, because social impact wise and considering the hardships of the farmers, if you can come out with a more economical product and try to link up with the government, this is going to be a great social enterprise. It would turn out to be. So take it seriously. Look at it. And engineering standpoint, you have done a lot of work in terms of product development, and also I wish you continue to take it further. And for Aniket, I would suggest that there are already products which are coming up at an economical price. So look at, first thing is probably take some dealership of some couple of products and see how you can sell, and then improve. First get the first hand feeler, and then you think these products have these negativities and I need to improve on that. Then you can jump into manufacturing. Probably that is the stepwise process of getting into a very highly competitive product, because I'm saying now you have Bajaj and everybody will be now jumping into electric bikes, and then where will you stand in the competition when all those kind of guys come in? So from that standpoint, I'm saying you need to rethink about the model of your business, where to start and all. So that's about it from us and from COVE and from our international speaker Sudhir and Funny also.
So,
Thank you, Josna ma'am.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks everybody.
yeah, are we at yeah, can we close this program with a vote of thanks?
Yes, sure, ma'am. Over to Venkat Reddy, sir.
Very good evening, one and all. On behalf of St. Martin's Engineering College, Department of MBA, I thank Ms. Saudamani Podduturi, founder and president of Saudamani Group, for being with us today as chief guest. I thank Dr. Jacqueline Williams, Dean of Commerce and BBA at Loyola Academy. I thank Ms. Nirja Reddy, President of COVE, and Vice President Josna Cheru, and Ms. Chetana Jain, Secretary of COVE, for their great support in organizing this online international workshop. I convey my thanks to Mr. Pani Chaturvedula, Managing Director, Ernest and Young LLP USA. I express my sincere thanks to Mr. G. Sudhir, who is an entrepreneur, who is investor and founder of Numeric Technologies Corporation Limited. And I must thank to Mr. Shravan Kumar, Senior Executive Officer at GOCOT. I will convey my deep sense of appreciation to our alumni student K. Srinitya for her wonderful contribution and support in making his great event successful. I convey my gratitude to the management of SMEC for their valuable support and express our sincere thanks to Dr. P. Santosh Kumar Patra, Principal of SMEC, who always guide us with his dynamic, positive, target-oriented approaches. I thank Dr. P. Dolly Diane Madam, Professor and Dean, who encourages us to reach the greater heights. And also, I extended my thanks to Dr. Y. Venkatrangaya sir, Head of the Department of MBA, for his great involvement. I thank all the HODs of various departments and technical staff for their support. I'm very grateful my colleagues all for their efforts, hard work, and endless support in organizing this wonderful event for aspiring entrepreneurs, which is very useful for young buddy people and for our country. Not the least, I sincerely thank all the participants for their great support. I hope this workshop is reached its objectives. A majority of the people are motivated to start their thinking in the direction of entrepreneurship. I request all the participants, once the session is over, the feedback form will send to your mails, respective WhatsApp. Please fill and submit, get your participation certificate. Thank you, one and all.
Yeah, I can see our executive committee members, Kiran Sudha and Asha Tibrewal also on the in the members here. So thanks Asha ji and thanks Kiran for being with us and supporting us through this.
Thanks,
Thank
Rama
you.
also.
Thanks. Of course, Rama I've already mentioned, she's there and yeah. Thank you.
Ma'am, we are missing a photograph.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a wonderful thing, you know, digitization has made so many things possible. If not, we wouldn't hear from Funny and Sudhir.
Yeah, that is a highlight of this workshop. From nook and corner of the world, we are able to get the resource persons like Pani sir, Sudhir sir, Shravan sir. So all the participants are really, they are blessed and they are benefited a lot.
Yeah.
Those who missed, they lost a lot. Thank you once again, ma'am. We'll close this session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.